With Prologue over, it was straight into race 1 of the Gold City 450, round 1 of the Motorsport Australia Off-Road Championship. 3 laps of the 50-kilometre course would be a testing start for the On the Brink Motorsport team, but still a good result recorded.
Yeah, look, I guess probably the first 3 laps proved why you should prologue better, and I need to get better at it because you start down the back of the field and then you've got to fight your way back through, which is exactly what happened. We got stuck behind a car about probably 10 kilometres in and starting a minute apart, and yeah, we did use the push to pass, but they either didn't see it or I'm not too sure, but we got stuck following them for 75 kilometres, so a bit frustrating, but prologue better next time. But the last lap we did was, yeah, it was not too far off the leaders, so yeah, pretty happy with that.
Yeah, so when you came across the line, they announced 8th outright. Obviously that's very provisional, but still getting stuck behind somebody, that's a pretty good result.
Yeah, no, pretty happy and good to get back in the saddle again and just not do anything risky, silly or anything like that. So, but on that last lap we got to drive the way we normally drive and it all felt pretty good. So yeah, ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, is it good being back to this normal sort of road condition after, you know, a week in Abu Dhabi doing sand dunes?
Yeah, it's more predictable, but the Zephyr is totally different to drive. You actually got to change your driving style to drive this car. They're nothing alike. So, but yeah, it's good. It's like a rough rally road, so I'm pretty comfortable with it.
So tomorrow, another 6 laps to go. Any particular strategy?
Yep, just hopefully try and stay out of everyone's dust so that we can do another 6 laps like that last lap and I'll be happy.
So Dale, tell us about today's 3 laps.
I think my mum would be proud. I had a very balanced diet the last couple of weeks. I've been eating sand last week and now eating red dust today. So tricky day, that's off-road, I know. Everyone says it's the same story and you know, competitors not being respectful gets to you a bit in the end. So yeah, I don't know. It's going to be what it's going to be, but our times were okay once we got clear for our 3rd lap. Our 3rd lap was quite good. So hopefully a better starting position for the next one tomorrow.
What about the car? How's the car going?
As we talked about before the show, it was very, very slippery out there. The car's sliding and skating around, so that's obviously understeer on the way into the corners and a lot of oversteer on the way out, to the point where I actually asked Glenn at one point to check if we were in 4-wheel drive. So it was that sideways out of the corners and that much wheel spin that yeah, it felt like it was in 2-wheel drive. So pretty tricky conditions. You've got to balance that sliding. It's hard to get the weight transfer to the front to get the grip if you can't get that purchase on the front tyres. If you can't get them to brake, if they're just locking, then you don't get as much weight transfer either. So pretty tricky balancing act, but yeah, we're not upside down, so that's a good day.
And tomorrow you'll have a much better starting position, so things will be better from the start.
Yeah, let's hope so. When you're spaced out a bit, it's very, very dusty here, even though, you know, at one point actually we went through a mud puddle from all the recent rain that they've had here, which you would think means that the track wouldn't be dusty, but even though it was raining as late as last night, it was incredibly dusty from straight away. So yeah, hopefully we can be spaced against the competitors around us a bit more evenly tomorrow, and if we can do that, then hopefully we can have a bit more fun as well.